I never thought one ordinary evening would unravel everything I believed about my family. My name is Alina, and I'm 28 years old now, but this story began when I was just 17, standing at the delicate threshold between girlhood and womanhood. I lived with my mother, Laura, and my stepfather, Tom, in a modest two-bedroom home nestled on the outskirts of Portland. Life wasn't perfect, but it was stable, or so I thought. Tom entered our lives when I was 9. My biological father had died in a car accident, and for years, it felt like my mother was a ghost of herself, wandering through the motions of life with hollow eyes. When Tom came into the picture, he was like a balm to her grief. He was soft-spoken, respectful, and unusually attentive. For the first few years, I liked him. He never tried to force himself into the role of dad, but he was always there. Parent-teacher meetings, birthdays, late-night emergency grocery runs. He felt safe. But the truth about a person doesn't always show up with a storm. Sometimes, it trickles in like water under a door. Quiet, unnoticed, until the whole floor is soaked. That particular evening started like any other. Mom was working late at the hospital, she's a nurse, and I was home alone with Tom. I was in my room doing homework when I heard the water running in the bathroom down the hall. The shower had been on for what felt like an eternity, maybe 30 minutes, maybe more. I remember thinking it was odd. Tom was a quick shower kind of guy, always in and out in under 10 minutes. The water kept running. It was the first thread I pulled, unknowingly unraveling the whole fabric. I knocked on the bathroom door. "Tom? Everything okay?" No response. Concerned, I opened the door slightly. Steam poured out, thick and suffocating. The glass shower door was frosted, and at first I saw nothing. But then I realized he was sitting on the shower floor, knees to his chest, the water beating down on him like a punishment. His body trembled slightly, not from cold, but something else. Pain? Fear? Grief? I should have turned around. I should have left him alone. But something told me this wasn't normal. I called out again. "Tom?" His head turned toward me slightly, and in a broken voice he said, "I'm sorry, Alina. I didn't want you to see me like this." I stepped closer, confused. What's going on? What he said next didn't make sense to me, at least not then. I can't hide it anymore.
She deserves to know.
And so do you.
She.
My mom? Tom didn't say anything else, just stayed there, letting the water run, mumbling things under his breath. I finally convinced him to come out, helped him dry off, and sat him on the couch. He looked shattered, like something inside him had finally broken free after years of confinement. He confessed that night, not in a dramatic outburst, not in a well-structured apology, but in fragments, like pieces of glass. He told me that before marrying my mother, he had struggled with addiction, something my mother never knew about. But it wasn't drugs or alcohol. It was something darker. He had been in therapy once, after a court order when he was in his 20s, following an accusation involving an underage girl. The case had been dropped due to lack of evidence. My mother had no idea. He had hidden it, sealed it away in the past. I felt sick. My stomach twisted. But he didn't stop there. He said the reason he broke down in the shower was because he felt it happening again, the urges, the darkness creeping back in. He swore he had never acted on it again, that he had tried to be better, to stay clean, to stay safe. But he confessed that recently, he'd started watching things online, things he shouldn't be watching. He said he felt like a monster and didn't want to hurt anyone, especially me. I was frozen. I didn't know what to do with this information. Part of me wanted to scream. Part of me wanted to believe he was confessing because he wanted help. And another part of me, the part that still carried the innocence of childhood, wanted to pretend I had never heard any of it. I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, I told my mom everything. She didn't believe me at first. Her eyes welled up with tears as she called me a liar, accused me of trying to destroy the only happiness she had left. That broke me more than anything else. But I didn't back down. I showed her the browser history from the computer, what little hadn't been deleted. I told her every word he said. That night, my mom kicked him out. There were tears, screaming, broken dishes. Tom didn't deny it. He just kept saying, I need help. I didn't touch her. I swear I didn't.